we see that consumers, farmers, food companies, regulatory agencies all have slightly different priorities around the environmental and social space of sustainability. And one of our roles as a food company is to facilitate the communication and to try to find the wins for everybody along the way, to help prioritize and address the issues in a way that can resonate and be successful for everybody. When we started working with our tomato farmers on sustainability, water conservation was at the top of the list of things that we wanted to see improve. And the data that we started collecting from the farmers very early on showed us that drip irrigation had enormous opportunities. Not only did it reduce water use on average 20 to 25% per acre in the tomato production, it also increased yields. So per pound of tomato produced, it had an efficiency improvement of about 40%, which was really exciting. And so we started benchmarking that progress and actually sharing the benchmark with our growers as kind of a competitive nudge. You know, it was anonymous, but we benchmarked them against their peers so that they could see how their water use compared, and we continue to do that. Over the 6 years that we've been doing that now, we've seen our drip irrigation adoption pass 60% of the acres we sourced from last harvest. And just in strict year-to-year comparisons, which there can be variability year-to-year, but in year-to-year comparisons, the water use per pound of tomato produced was down by 20% last year from our benchmark. So we're really proud of our growers and the progress that we've made on water conservation as a result. So our approach to working with our farmers on adopting drip irrigation has taken a couple of forms. One is we provide them a benchmark report that compares them to their peers. And it's a non-judgmental way to provide a little peer pressure. I call it an opportunity to peek over the fence at their neighbors anonymously. And a lot of times growers don't have information on how their input use compares to others. So just providing that information is in itself a motivation, because everybody has that drive to do a little bit better. Mm-hmm. But we also have, over the years, taken advantage of grant opportunities from the state of California and helped them with grant applications to get financial support to adopt drip irrigation. And we've been successful when we've had the partners that have wanted to do that, which has been fun. And we also have provided, at times, educational support, often more in terms of responses to their questions. You know, can you provide me information about deficit irrigation since we're in a drought right now? Sure, here's a link to some University of California research on that topic. So in a variety of ways, we've encouraged growers to adopt drip irrigation. The biggest driver, honestly, though, has been the yield improvements that they see. Mm-hmm. And so there's a definite economic advantage for the growers who adopt it.